Welcome back to the morning show. It's time for the turkey trot. Celebrating 18 years, the Jackson Turkey Trot, and it's on Thanksgiving.
Nice.
Jennifer will be there to start everyone.
I will not be there. I think I'm going to do the turkey trot up north because we're going to be up there.
Perfect.
So I'm going to do two 5Ks in a row.
You do the
walking.
one up north where people won't recognize you in that turkey call.
But I will still be doing the turkey call.
We'd like to now welcome our next guest, who is a qualifier for the Boston Marathon, Jamie Kiefer. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Thank you.
So a 5K, that's nothing for you, huh?
No, not really.
But everyone,
That's a morning stroll.
Yeah.
everybody has to start, and you started with, I'm sure, 5Ks.
I did, yes.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about your story, how you got into running, and kind of where you are now.
So I ran 5Ks before I really started getting into running, and my husband and I actually did a couple of 5K mud runs, and that's how we got started with some friends and family. And then one day my girlfriend said, hey, would you want to run a half marathon with me? And I said, you're crazy, but sure, I'll give it a shot.
So you're crazy too.
Yes. I'm always up for an adventure and trying new things. So I said, yeah, let's do it. So we trained, and our first one we ran together was in Detroit, or in Toledo, the Glass City Half Marathon. So we ran that together.
Don't your legs hurt?
After that first one, yes, they did a lot.
Yeah.
The day after, I didn't get off the couch a whole lot.
What's harder, the physical or the mental side of it?
In the beginning, it was very physical. When I first started running, it was the physical part of it. But now that I am more trained for that distance, I can run a half, 13.1 miles, and it's not a problem. My legs don't typically bother me anymore, things like that. But it is definitely mental at this point, too.
Well, let's talk about that training. What is that like now? So you started running 10 or 11 years ago. How many marathons have you done?
I've only done one. I did the Detroit full marathon in 2019. That's the only full marathon I've done.
And now you're going, well,
yeah.
You've been invited
Yes.
to do the Boston Marathon?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. So I guess before you tell us about the training, how did this happen?
So I was at the Magnet Nursing Conference in Philly with a friend of mine who owns her own company. She's the founder of Nurses Inspire Nurses. Okay. So we were there as vendors at the conference showroom. So we went to dinner one night with a company called Sarah V.
Okay.
There was a bunch of different organizations and people there. I happened to be sitting across the table from a gentleman named Michael Neese. We started talking about bucket list items, and I just happened to start talking about the Boston Marathon being on my list. And he said, oh, have you qualified? I said, no, unfortunately, I haven't. I said, that's my 5-year goal is to be able to qualify. And he said, well, I happen to be part of a charity organization that offers charity runners. Would you like to be on our team? And I was like, oh my gosh. I started crying. I was so excited. I was like, yes, please. So
that's awesome.
It just kind of took effect from there.
And so what does that mean for you then? Yeah. So what will the Boston Marathon, what will that look like for you?
So since I didn't qualify, I have to raise a certain amount of money for the charity in order to run. So if I don't raise the money, I don't run.
Oh.
So
the name of the charity is the 26.2 Foundation.
Yes.
And you really, you need to raise money, but not a whole heck of a lot. I think this can be done.
It's definitely doable.
Yeah, how much do we need to raise?
$8,500.
Okay.
So.
And what's the charity's purpose?
So right now their focus is building a foundation, a marathon center. So they're building this facility in Hopkinton, Massachusetts, which is actually the start line of the Boston Marathon.
Oh.
And they will have a museum inside of this facility, a Hall of Fame. They'll use it for educational purposes, for health and wellness programs, training programs for running, getting started in running, marathoning, and things like that.
You brought a few pictures along.
Yes.
We'll take a look at those and talk through them. See, this is another reason why I don't like running anymore.
So that was my first half marathon in Toledo.
You can't predict the weather, can you?
No, you cannot. It was 40 degrees and a little chilly when we started, and then about 2 minutes into the run, it started raining.
Oh, jeez.
I ran with my girlfriend for the first 9 miles, and at mile 9, I said, I'm sorry, but I have got to get out of here. So I just took off.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
Oh,
See ya.
so
I had to
funny.
finish. There's no way I couldn't finish. I couldn't run any slower.
Oh
I
my gosh.
needed to be done.
Well, that was a big incentive.
It was cold. This is another mud run I did with some of my girlfriends. All of these girls I have known since kindergarten.
Aww.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep, and it was also very, very cold that day.
What's the perfect temperature for running?
I would say anywhere between 40, not raining,
Okay.
to 60.
Okay. Oh, that looks like so much fun.
Yeah.
Real superhero.
We don't see as many as the mud runs post-COVID anymore, so
No.
it's nice you were able to
Yeah.
get a lot of those in
Yeah,
with some of your
that was
friends.
also after the very first half marathon.
Oh, nice.
Cold beer.
Yes.
I love that you
Yeah.
get rewarded with a beer. And
Yep.
it's raining again.
It's
You've
still
got
raining.
something with rain and
Yes.
running. Oh, my stars.
So this is my cousin, Christina. We just recently got done running the Ragnar Relay, which is a 200-mile relay from Muskegon up into Traverse City.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Typically have a team of 12.
Okay.
We only had a team of 7.
Ooh.
I ended up running 37 miles that weekend.
Oh, my
Oh my
stars.
Not all together.
That's
but
crazy.
A total of 37 miles.
Wow.
Was it the best time?
It was so much fun.
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah.
so for the Boston Marathon, what do you think? What are you going to think about in your head the entire time you're running? That's a lot of time to be in your own headspace.
Yes, it is. So my main thought is just finishing. Just cross that finish line. I do have a time goal in mind, but it's not.
You want to put it out there into
Yep.
the universe?
I'm trying to finish under 4 hours.
Okay.
Cool.
So the first full I did was 4 hours and 48 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
To qualify for Boston, at my age group, I would have had to do 3 hours and 35 minutes, I
Oh,
think
wow.
it is. So
Stars.
it would have been over an hour that I had to cut off
Right.
on my qualifying time. So.
Wow. Well, let's help you raise that money. So again, how do people? How can they help you? How can they donate?
So I have, I do have a GoFundMe account, and then I also have a Give and Gain account,
Okay.
and that account goes directly
Cool.
to the charity fundraiser.
Awesome.
And I believe if you go to Give and Gain website, you can search for my name.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being with us, Jamie.
Yes, thank you for
And
having me.
Yeah, awesome. We will be right back after this quick break.